Describe Azure Monitor. Azure Monitor is a platform for collecting data on your resources, analyzing that data, visualizing the information, and even acting on the results. Azure Monitor can monitor Azure resources, your on-premises resources, and even multi-cloud resources like virtual machine hosted with a different cloud provider. The following diagram illustrates just how comprehensive Azure Monitor is. So here you can see that we have the workloads, we have the infrastructure, Azure platform, custom sources here, and it will start collecting here, as you can see, onto the Azure Monitor here. And the Azure Monitor here, we have data platform, metrics, logs, traces, and it will be to the experiences, visualize, analyze, respond, integrate, and so on. On the left here is the list of the sources, as we saw from the image, of logging and metric data that can be collected at every layer in your application architecture, from application to operating system and network. In the center, we saw that the logging and metric data are stored in central repositories. On the right, we saw that the data is used in several ways. So you can view real-time and historical performance across each layer of your architecture or aggregated and detailed information. The data is displayed at different levels for different audience. You can view high-level reports on the Azure Monitor, this dashboards, or create custom views by using Power BI and Custo queries. Additionally, you can use the data to help you reach to critical events in real time through alerts delivered to teams via SMS, email, and so on. Or you can use thresholds to trigger auto-scaling functionality to scale to meet the demand. Azure Log Analytics. Azure Log Analytics is a tool in the Azure portal where you will write and run log queries on the data gathered by Azure Monitor. Log Analytics is a robust tool that supports both simple, complex query and data analysis. You can write a simple query that returns a set of records and then use features of Log Analytics to sort, filter, and analyze the records. You can write an advanced query to perform statistical analysis and visualize the result in a chart to identify a particular trend. So whether you work with the result of your queries interactively or use them with other Azure Monitor features such as log query alerts or workbooks, Log Analytics is the tool that you are going to use to write the test those queries. The Azure Monitor alerts. Azure Monitor alerts are an automated way to stay informed when Azure Monitor detects a threshold being crossed. You set the alert condition, the notification actions, and then Azure Monitor alerts notify when an alert is triggered. Depending on your configuration, Azure Monitor alerts can also attempt corrective action. So here, let's see this image. You can see that we have this subscription, this resource group, and the time range, the past 1 hour. Total of 29 alert, 1 smart group, and 1 total alert rules. Here you can see that this depends on the severity as well. So alert can be set up to monitor the logs and trigger on certain log events, or they can be set to monitor metrics and trigger when certain metrics are crossed. For example, you could set a metric-based alert up to notify you when the CPU usage on a virtual machine exceeds 80%. Alert rules based on metric provide near real-time alerts based on numeric values. Rules based on logs allow for complex logic across data from multiple sources, and so on. Azure Monitor alerts use action groups to configure who to notify and what action to take. An action group is simply a collection of notification and action preferences that you associate with one or multiple alerts. Azure Monitor Service, Health, and Azure Advisor all uses action groups to notify you when an alert has been triggered. Application Insights. Application Insight, an Azure Monitor feature, monitor your web applications. Application Insight is capable of monitoring applications that are running in Azure on-premises or in different cloud environment. There are 2 ways to configure Application Insight to help monitor your application. You can either install an SDK on your application, or you can use the Application Insight agent. The Application Insight agent is supported in C#, .NET, VB.NET, Java, JavaScript, Node.js, and Python. Once Application Insight is up and running, you can use it to monitor a broad array of information such as request rates, responses times, and failure rates. dependencies rate, responses times, and failure rates to show whether external services are slowing down performance, page views and load performance reported by users' browsers, AJAX scores from web page, including rates, response times, and failure rates, user and session counts, performance counters from Windows or Linux server machines, such as CPU, memory, and network usage. Not only does Application Insight help you monitor the performance of your application, but you can also configure it to periodically send synthetic requests to your application, allowing you to check the status and monitor your application even during periods of low activity. Thanks for